If you've ever thought about starting content creation, this is your sign to do it. Listen, you're not too late. You're not too small. It's not too saturated. And no, you don't need 1 million followers. You don't even need a ring light. You literally just need your phone and yourself. That's it. Welcome back to the For Creators by Lily podcast, the space where we build, grow, and spill all of the truth in the creator world. So let's cut through the noise and get into the real stuff. If you're a creator or just creator curious, then you're in the right place. This is no fluff, just real strategy. And I'm your host, Lily, an Afro-Latina strategy girly, beauty content creator, and your go-to creative big sis. Because after 6 years, 600 plus brand deals, and a whole lot of trial and error, I have built my brand from scratch and secured campaigns with top tier companies, and I learned exactly what works and what's just nonsense. So this space is for the newbies, the seasoned creators, and everyone in between, because we talk about systems, trends, rates, burnout, and passion, because let me tell you, being a content creator is in fact a whole job. And it's time that we start treating it like one. You're gonna get the tools, the strategy, and the unfiltered advice you actually need to move up in the industry with purpose. So grab your tea, open that Notes or Notion app, and let's get into it. Today, we are gonna tap into your potential and build something you're proud of. In this episode, I am breaking down exactly why 2025 is the year to be a content creator or to start your content creation journey, and why the world still needs your specific voice. If you clicked on this episode, I already know something about you. Something inside of you is ready to stop playing small, stop playing it safe, and you're ready to start creating content that feels like you. And that's brave. Let me tell you, that is some powerful stuff right there. I'm so proud of you for taking that first step in. And that's just clicking this video and listening through, maybe sharing if you feel inclined. So let's talk about what it means to be a content creator and why 2025 is going to be your year. Even though there's only 6 months left, I know. And if you're watching today, you're going to notice I do have my phone. I just have my show notes, my breakdown, the way that I wanted to structure this episode. And so that way I stay on point because I am a professional and certified yapper. Okay, let's get right into it. I think the reason why a lot of people, especially that I see nowadays, are like, oh, I can't become a content creator. It's too saturated. I should have tried in 2024. I should have started in 2023. Well, babe, the reality is, and it's a harsh reality, you didn't. You didn't start back then. And you know what? You probably should have if you really wanted to, but you didn't. So no regrets. Let's just move forward and let's do what you really want to do. And if content creation is that, just do it. Literally. And stop. I already know what you're saying to me. Oh, it's too saturated. There's too many creators. No, absolutely not. That is not an acceptable answer here. The digital space is expanding. It's not oversaturated. Trust me, I know it feels crowded. It looks crowded. I get it entirely. I have moments where I feel the same thing. I mean, honestly, it's human. We're human. But no, it is not too late. The thing is that in this day and age, people are constantly craving realness. People are craving humility. People are craving authenticity and genuineness. Only so many people that can, feel like a comfort creator. And the thing is that, times are changing. People are, pausing their social media. People are moving on to bigger and better things. More people are starting to come up. There's the Gen Z. There's Gen Alpha that's just come up. There's new generations coming up. There is, a whole new wave. And just as you thought, probably 10 years ago, the influencers of that time were like, oh my gosh, it's so saturated, we can't do that. No. Look at where we are 10 years. The industry is only growing. It's only getting bigger. And I think that you need to realize that if you were to realize the numbers behind what they're projecting that, ad spend's going to be next year, or, what the typical brand budget is going to be, and all of these different things, you would realize that it's not oversaturated. There are millions of brands out there. There are millions and millions of people out there that are looking to find somebody that they relate to, somebody that they can love, and it just takes 200,000 people to, skyrocket you to fame or whatever it is that you want. It literally only takes such a little amount of people in retrospect to the amount of people that have phones, that use Instagram, that are here. Literally 100,000 followers would probably change your life if you did it the right way. So think about that. That's the smallest little fraction of what's actually out there. So I want you to think about that. Saturated being validated demand. And I kind of want to go back because in my second ever podcast episode, I talk about oversaturation because I know that's one of those things that people are like, oh, I can't do it. I can't get in the space. I can't And no, absolutely not. Oversaturation does not exist. It doesn't exist in businesses. It doesn't exist in content creation. Literally does not exist like anywhere, or the world would obviously stop spinning and it would fall off its axis and we would be plummeting into the galaxies because what? And if oversaturation did exist in this like weird alternate universe, then new clothing stores, food restaurants, chain restaurants, even gas stations, car dealerships, they wouldn't exist. They would not exist at all. But guess what? They do, and you can too. So that's just my little tidbit on oversaturation. Absolutely not. Please stop using that as an excuse to stop yourself from starting your content creation journey. You are just hurting yourself in the long run. Please stop. I'm literally metaphorically on my hands and knees begging you to never use that as your like, oh, I can't do this. I can't get into it. I can't. No. Okay, anyways, to get off my soapbox, I'm overly passionate about that. Sorry. Another thing that people like to say to me sometimes is content creation it's just a little hobby. It's just a little side gig. Content creation is a real job. Or for the last 6 years, what am I being paid in? Monopoly money? Fake money? How have I been able to afford my very ridiculous lifestyle? Because let's be honest, I'm 20 years old. There's no reason that I'm driving a $40,000 car. Like, I get it. But that's content creation. I'm able to have a beautiful 2,100 square foot house because of content creation, because of the money that I get from that. It's real money. You get real money. You get real connections from it. It's not just a hobby or a side gig. Like, and I don't mean to be that person, but honestly, it's the truth. And here's another fun thing is that in 2025, content creators are becoming authors, founders, creative directors, consultants. Oh my gosh, look, we have a special guest that's just joined us. Hi, ma'am. Would you like to say anything about content creation being a career? No? You don't want to say anything? You got nothing for the camera? You have kisses? She's got some kisses, guys. Say hi to Mittens, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, my cat, this is my cat Mittens. She's my little girly pop. She's a year old and she is very, very cuddly. If you are on audio only, my little black tuxedo cat just came into the mix and she is being nosy because mommy opened her door and mommy usually does not film with her door open. All right, y'all, just ignore the cat. We'll keep going anyways. And getting back on track, brands are building their budgets around creators and not like the traditional marketing commercials, billboards, like newspaper, magazine ads. Like, we're just not doing that anymore. Not as, much as we were. At the end of the day, content creation is shaping the future of storytelling and product delivery and, consumer trust. And I think that's something to like be proud of and own it. There are just so many ways that you can monetize yourself now. From affiliate programs to digital products, UGC, subscriptions, workshops, ebooks, literally, it's all on the table for you. I've seen creators that have like 3,000 followers and they're earning way more than a creator with 30,000 followers because not only have they diversified their income, but because they've built genuine and authentic trust, which means so much more conversion-wise than just like, a person with 300K that lies to their audience, basically. Come on. Another reason why you should start content creation in 2025 is because you don't have to be the loudest anymore. I feel like back in 2020, like you had to be the boldest, you had to be doing the craziest of things, you had to be, pulling out all the stops. And like, you don't have to do that anymore. Like, you can just be yourself now. The era of loud, over-editing, clickbait content is fading. I mean, I think we are faded. She is faded. Real stories, value-packed advice, calming content, aesthetic and inspirational content, motivating content. That is what I see thriving now. A quote I heard somebody say was, if you're weird, introverted, quirky, soft-spoken, or messy, there's a niche that wants that. Like, it's so funny. I could not agree more with that. Another reason why you should become a content creator in 2025 is because it builds so many extra life skills and it's in fun, different ways. Like, you learn communication because you have to sit in front of a camera that nobody else is around and you have to just speak, but you have to act like you're speaking to a big crowd of people, but you're literally just in an empty room all by yourself talking to nobody, looking through the lens of a camera. Like, it's crazy. Like, what? So you have to learn to talk good. You have to learn how to have a good camera presence and to, sound exactly like you would if you're in a room with 20 people, as if you are just you in the room and your cat sitting on your lap like I am right now. Another thing is video editing, photo editing, storytelling, marketing, time management. I mean, come on, you name it, and it applies to content creation. I like this quote too. I didn't just build a brand, I built confidence, consistency, and a career, and that is on period. I think one thing that we all forget is that you should be starting small. You shouldn't try to buy a Canon GX7 or, a Canon Rebel whatever. No, you should be starting out on your iPhone. And no, you don't have to upgrade to the craziest, newest iPhone. Literally just use what you have. You don't need the panel lights and the soft boxes and the ring lights. Buy a $20 little clip-on light from Amazon and call it a day. There's free apps. There is free documents, templates that you can download. And also, you don't need to go viral. You need to be honest. A good starting ground would be to just start, creating content about what you know, about what you love, about what, you wish people would talk more about. Because that, comes from a place of passion. And you can see passion through a screen. I think in my parting words, my last little bit would be there's never been a better time to be the face of something right now. Not only does it build your, social portfolio, it builds your actual portfolio, resume. It's your social proof, Could you imagine looking back in 30 years from now and being oh my God, I did that. I can see myself and that's what I look like on this day. And come on, build your personal brand, stand out, be creative, create a movement, be different. And I love to think about this sometimes, you could become somebody's new favorite creator, somebody's new comfort account, and you don't even know it yet. So if that doesn't make you want to start, I don't know what else will. If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. Becoming a creator isn't just about social media. It's about self-expression, communication, compassion. At the end of the day, you just need to start. Messy action all the way. I think that was my first podcast episode, or maybe my second. So if you want to figure it out, I definitely recommend go checking Messy Action out. I will link it in the show notes down below. DM me, send me an email, let me know if this sparked something in you. I would love to know who I'm reaching. And share this with someone else who needs to hear it, because hello, your creator era is waiting. And I will be right here with you through the entire ride. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!